Different software testing techniques are used to uncover software-related defects and quality-related defects. The testing technique used depends largely on how the testing is done and when in the software development lifecycle the testing is done. So let's talk about static testing. This type of testing is performed very early in the software development lifecycle, in fact, before the code is executed. What exists to define the software product at this stage are requirement specs, design specs, some other documentation, along with some source code. Together, these make up the blueprint of the product, if you will. These are the components that static testing is concerned with. The goal is to detect defects in code and to detect ambiguities or problems in product documentation that can and often do lead to defects later during product development. So how is static testing done? Well, this may come as a bit of a surprise to you, but it's very important to understand. Many of the activities in static testing are performed manually. That's right, manually. And this is done through a process called a review. The review can bring in all members of the product team, from users to developers to managers and stakeholders, depending on the level of the review. That being said, there are a number of tools available that can perform some automated analysis on the code and even some of the other documentation. But just to reiterate and solidify what it is, static testing is mostly a manual process. It's performed early in the life cycle, and it's done while the code is not running. Now, on the other side of the coin, just for some perspective, dynamic testing is performed by running the software product. So testers run tests against the executing software product to try to find runtime defects and verify that the software product meets requirements. Then results are examined and analyzed to see if further action is going to be necessary. So there's 3 dynamic testing categories. First, specification-based techniques, or black box testing. These are concerned with the outcome or output of the software product. So you have inputs, the software program executes some function on them, and then you have outputs. And these are generally the results that you are looking for from a test. Then there's structure